Hey guys, Jerry Schreck from VarietyTrainer.com. Today I'm going to talk about wall sits. Wall sit basically is an isometric exercise. A lot of times used for athletes and rehab individuals and things when, let's say, we have chondromalacia in the knee or patellar tendonitis, or something where it's going to be aggravated to the knee to actually do exercise. We're going to be bending and extending. So this is an isometric type exercise, and a wall sit's nothing more than sitting up against the wall, sitting down, sliding down into a position, and then holding it. Once you get parallel, when your quads are parallel to the ground, or holding it in that position, squeezing the quads, squeezing the glutes, getting everything activated there, keeping a good upright posture, back flat against the wall. Now, to get that VMO, or that vastus medialis, right in here, this inner quad area fired up, and the adductors, we're just going to have an alteration to the wall sit. Sit down and take like a standard medicine ball, or anything really. You could use a medicine ball, you could use a soccer ball, you could use even rolled up towels or a pillow, but you're going to put that between your knees and you're going to squeeze that. Okay, so we would sit down in, okay, get a nice 90-degree angle on my knee. I'd just take this ball and then I would just squeeze it. I'm going to sit here and squeeze for time. Now, I would sit there and squeeze. Typically, I would have people squeeze and sit there for anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, depending upon the ability. Now, I have Division I athletes, so I usually can have them sit there 30 seconds to a minute. That's a good time for them. For some individuals, 10-20 seconds might be a lot, depending upon what type of individuals you're working with. Now, I want to show you an alternate way of doing this exercise to work actually the outer hips. Getting the glutes fired up a little bit, but not many people would think about you doing. Everyone usually does wall sits and they'll squeeze, but they don't ever think about doing a wall sit and pushing the knees out. So how I'm going to demonstrate this is I'm going to use a piece of tubing. Now this is a big piece. I can shorten this up, or I can twist it around a few times to make it tighter as if you wanted to progress with this exercise. But I'm just going to show you a really big loop to start with. What I'm going to do with this, all I did was took some therapy tubing and tied a knot and made a loop. So I'm going to take this tubing, I'm going to place it right up above my knees. Obviously, you can probably figure out what I'm going to do now. I'm going to sit down into my wall sit. Okay, here I am. Now I'm going to focus on squeezing and pushing the knees out, keeping my back nice and flat. Stay in this isometric position. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Quads are starting to fire up. You can feel my glutes firing up because I'm pushing the knees out. Okay, so that's just a variation of an exercise that's done a lot, but a lot of people don't ever think about pushing the knees out. You know, like with this can also help with people who are squatting and their knees buckle in when they're coming up out of the squat and they get deep in the hole and they go to come up. You see sometimes the knees buckle in. This is a great exercise to incorporate into helping to correct that for the squat. So as you see, there's lots of uses for these types of exercises. So that's a wall sit, a couple variations. Guys, I hope that helps. Jerry Schreck, VarietyTrainer.com.